Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this reaches you. It's this week with me. I know. We didn't have one last week. I know. Everybody's like, you didn't do one. Oh, I forgot to do it. But that's okay. Saints continue to lose, so nothing's missing there. 5 games in a row. Now they're going to play the Jets, and LSU's going to play a bowl game with probably not enough players. Who's going to play quarterback? The way it's looking, if Nussmeier wants to keep his red shirt, or if Brian Kelly wants to get, we're going to talk about that too. Brian Kelly becoming the new LSU coach, but if they want Nussmeier to play, some guy named O'Dowd, the not red shirt, a walk-on, could be the quarterback for LSU in the bowl game. So this ought to be interesting. So we'll talk about that. High school football playoffs. We had two champions already crowned. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the games coming up. The games we're going to broadcast on Nash 106.1, and I'll be part of the Ken Trahan's Original Pro Football Report that we're going to do tomorrow night. I got a couple of 30-minute segments on that, and that'll be pregame going into this week. And this dog's not going to let me alone. I can't do my YouTube video without having to throw something to her every few seconds. So if I'm bending down to do that, oh well, that's what it is. TikTok continue to grow. I'm over 2,500 now. Over 2,500. So we're rolling along there. Now things are getting a little bit better. Moved up a little bit, and talk about that a little bit. We come back when I get to that. Things just is what it is, and of course, send my usual shout out to my number one fan, number one moderator, Koiki16. Thank you for everything you do. Let's get started here, and the Saints. Well, that's another team that's Nash unit to the max, and we might have Kamara back. Taysom Hill will probably be the starting quarterback. But other than that, Cam Jordan may be out. Now he's got to get 2 negative COVID tests in order to be back in time for Sunday's game. But we'll find out about that because he did test positive this week. So he's got to take 2 negative tests before he can actually come back. So if he doesn't get that done by tomorrow, if it's Saturday, no, they get till Saturday to make that determination. He'll either play or he won't play. And I guess based on the test result, and here we go again. Thank you, Lola. Based on test result, to determine if he'll go on the flight to New Jersey to take on the Jets up at MetLife. But the game itself, wow. I mean, is it good that you're playing the Jets? Maybe. But are you still too depleted to even make a difference, even though it's the Jets? We don't know. Don't know. Quite frankly, at this point, I don't really care. I mean, I'll watch the game Sunday just to see what happens. But if somebody asked me if I was going to bet on this game, no. If anybody bets on this game, you're cuckoo, as they say in Cajun country, you're couillon. If you betting on that game. So yeah, I wouldn't touch that with a 1,000,000-foot pole. Not me. But I guess we'll see Sunday what's going to happen. Now LSU going to the Texas Bowl. Going to be playing Kansas State. Who's going to be playing? Yeah, not just quarterback, but who's going to be playing any position? I mean, back last year when they made college teams have a minimum of 53 players just to play. With the COVID, they had to have 53 players that could actually play or you couldn't play. They don't have these rules on the bowl game, but, man, LSU taking a bowl invitation. And they could be going to Houston, like we said. Some dude named O'Dowd could be the quarterback because I don't think Nussmeier wants to take off the red shirt. I think he wants to keep it. I think probably new coach Brian Kelly, and that was a really good hire, and we waited long enough, and it happened finally, and Brian Kelly become the new LSU head football coach, leaving Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, the guy who was his defensive coordinator, got that job at Notre Dame to replace him. So, but I think it was a good hire. I like it, but back to the bowl game, man, because you're probably going to have some players that want to opt out and don't want to play in the bowl game too, because I might hurt myself and hurt my chances going to the NFL, and that's possibilities too. So that could be happening. But like we said, Max Johnson's already said he's hitting the transfer portal, so he's not going to play anymore, so he won't play at LSU anymore. And then you got Nussmeier, obviously Garrett Nussmeier. They wanted him to have a red shirt. He wanted to have the red shirt. If he plays, red shirt's gone. He's a sophomore next year. So that's another thing that could be a potential problem down the road. But who's going to play? I don't know. You may not have enough players at running back. You may not have So remember, still have John Emery back. Will he play next year? That's another thing. Looking at the roster for next year as well, and the additions, the people coming in, the new freshmen and all. But right now, you got to get through a bowl game, and you got Brad Davis, the offensive line coach, who, by the way, is keeping his job as the offensive line coach at LSU. He's going to be the interim head coach for this game, and oh boy, he's going to have a challenge on his hand trying to figure out who's going to play quarterback or whatever. It is kind of crazy, I know, but that's that. I guess we'll figure that out coming into that. We'll move on to the high school football playoffs. Yeah, I'm going to be taking part in a couple segments on Ken Trahan's original. I am one of the halftime hosts for the game on Saturday, which I'll tell you about that. Yeah, well, the Thursday games, obviously, Warren Easton and Westgate. Westgate was the one that took out Ed in the car, and I tell you what, that wasn't surprised that Westgate won, but I was surprised at how they won, and they took out Ed in the car, and that was a big thing. But Warren Easton goes up to Neville and basically undresses the Tigers up there in Monroe. And they went up there and just spanked the hiney. I'll just say it that way. Sorry. But that's going to be a good game because obviously Warren Easton, we're doing it for Warren Easton since they're a New Orleans school. That game will be on 106.1 Nash Icon, which is where we'll have both games. We'll talk about the Saturday game. The Saturday game is going to be a good one too. It's going to be Zachary. Broncos looking really well, but you know what? They're running into a Ponchatoula team that's obviously coached by the legendary Hank Tierney, and that's going to be. I tell you what, that's going to be a good game too, and I'm going to be that game. Myself, George Peppers, and Randy Pistorius will be the halftime host for that game. So we'll have that. I'll have a couple of segments on the original tomorrow night, which is going to be the prelude to the game between Warren Easton and Westgate. So we'll have that. The other games, we're looking at, Logansport and Homer. Homer, obviously is the number one seed, but two teams from the same district. They'll be playing. That's the first game Saturday. First game Saturday. And we got 3 games Saturday, Friday, 3 games Saturday. So, we got some good games, I think. Looking at some of those games that you're going to have. You got Manny. What was Manny playing? I'm trying to remember. Who got through that 2A? I can't. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, they'll be trying to defend their title. You got. I'm trying to remember. What's man? 3 3A. That's a meet. They're going to be playing in that game. So we tried to get that game for the radio, but they went ahead and went with a North Shore broadcasting station, which makes sense. I mean, because there's a couple of North Shore broadcast stations right there and they meet. So why not go with the local guys? But even though North Shore Broadcasting is broadcasting, well, get this. All right, North Shore Broadcasting is going to broadcast the 5A championship because it's Ponchatoula involved. You're going to have WWL doing probably all 6 of the games. And we're going to be the official, believe it or not, the official Ponchatoula game, obviously, because of the long-time friendship between Ken Trahan and Hank Tierney. So, I mean, obviously that's why he picked Ken to do the official Ponchatoula broadcast, even though, like we said, that they'll have a North Shore broadcasting station. Probably Cajun 107.1, probably going to be the one doing that for them. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how you can have all that going on at one time. But yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. I'm going to be spending tomorrow night at obviously my longtime friend, my classmate, and the guy who helped me do the West Jeff games this year, Ernie Waits. He's he's gracious enough to put me up in his guest bedroom, and I'll spend the night there instead of trying to drive back here or anywhere else. So yeah, that's good. At least I'll have a place to stay. And then Saturday, we're doing Bayou State Sports Saturday. Yeah, Bayou State Sports Saturday, live from the new Morning Call. We're going to be at Morning Call Coffee Stand, the brand new one on Canal Boulevard, corner of Canal Boulevard and City Park Avenue. Remember, they used to be in City Park until the old casino building, until they decided, we want Cafe Du Monde in here. But I like this facility. The new location is, I think, fantastic for them. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. It's actually hooked up to a Bud's Broiler right next door. So, yeah, we got a Bud's Broiler right next door to it. And eventually both places will be open 24 hours. So we'll see how that's going to work out. But I think right now, I know Morning Call's only open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then I think right now Bud's Broiler only opens up 9:30 or 10 o'clock. I think they did. And they'll go to 11. So that's what they're doing right now. But I think eventually both places will be 24 hours. Well, obviously Morning Call was 24 hours for forever. But so that's what we do Bayou State Sports Saturday. People who's definitely going to be there, myself, Mike Garcia, George Peppas, VK Jones, we're all going to be there. I think Mike Fazan will probably come in during his segment and probably come to Morning Call because he knows the owner really well, Bob Hennessy. He knows him really, really well. So, yeah, good guy. I like him. He loves us coming there and it just doing what we got to do. He really, really, really likes us doing that. Obviously free publicity for him too. So, yeah, so it works out pretty well. So, yeah, he's hosting us, and we've been there once in July. We went down there when me and Mike went to Saints camp and went to one of the Saints practices doing training camp, So we went and caught that. So we've been there already, and we're ready to do this again. It was my home. Every time we did the state championships, that was my home. We went there. We went to the one in City Park. So it's good to be. It's basically home again. TikTok, we're up over 2,500. I'm doing pretty much daily live streams there. Now looks like it's going to be a little bit of a comeback, and a little help from one of our longtime now partner broadcasters. He took care of me yesterday, and I got me to level up. So I'm up to level 72. Got to get to 80 so I can get that what we used to call props chest. Now they call them treasure chest. It is what it is. And, with that saying, I guess we'll sign off from here. And as I always say, God willing, I'll talk to y'all again in a little while. Bye.